Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's here, MrRepzion, back for today to talk about Anita Sarkeesian because I'm a fucking loser. Hey, 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 hey. It's MrRepzion, ladies and gentlemen. Hey.
I'm wearing an X-Men shirt. Misogyny. In all seriousness, though, this is my video response
Good job. Good joke.
Titled, What I Couldn't Say, a short speech by Anita Sarkeesian, and this is my response.
Oh, geez, I'm so much shorter than that. Hello. What I couldn't say is fuck you.
Well, Anita, now you have. You've officially said fuck you to every single man who plays video games.
One more time. Let's repeat that so that we can hear her say, fuck you to every man who plays video games. Let's go back and hear that, okay? Let's do that.
Oh. What I couldn't say is fuck you.
Well, Anita,
I couldn't hear it, MrRepzion. Let's try and go back again. Let's go back again. Maybe the people who are clapping are disguising her from saying every man plays video games. Let's go ahead and hear that again.
Well, Anita.
Shit, I went back not far enough. All right.
Oh, geez, I'm so much shorter than that. Hello. What I couldn't say is fuck you.
Well, Anita.
I couldn't hear it, MrRepzion. Where was it? Was it in a secret coded Morse code language that we could not hear by the naked eye? Do I need a dog whistle in order to interpret that? I couldn't hear it. What kind? Maybe he'll explain the secret devices he used in order to interpret that from her saying, fuck you. Let's go ahead and hear that.
Now you have. You've officially said fuck you to every single man who plays video games. Congratulations, you've said what you needed to say. And I congratulate you for having the courage to stand up and make this speech and telling everybody to fuck off, essentially.
That's crazy how you said that. Basically, you're putting words into her mouth. But where are the words? Do they exist in the world? Or how do I do this? Like, can I just attribute any words or quote to anybody I want? Like, Hitler was a good man. That's what MrRepzion said. Can I do that now?
To the thousands of men who turned their misogyny into a game in which gendered slurs...
That's crazy. 1,000 men, but more than 1,000 men play video games. It's almost like she's talking about the people who harass her. But that's not right. MrRepzion said it was every man. What's going on here?
Death and rape threats are weapons used to try and take down the big bad villain, which in this case is me.
Anita, I would never call you the villain. I would call you...
You called her a cunt. That's what you did say.
You a professional scam artist who knows...
That is kind of untrue in every way, but whatever.
How to get a lot of money and not even complete your promised agreement of making a however many video series, which you failed to do so. When you specifically say, I'm gonna make these many videos in this amount of time, I got $150,000, and you don't even meet that criteria. If you specifically set goals for yourself on telling people that, hey, I'm gonna make 12 videos in the span of a year, and you've given me $150,000 to do that, and you don't do that. My question is, why? Why should anyone in the future give you money if you're not?
I got a question for you, MrRepzion. If none of the people donating money had a problem with this, then what's your problem? If she's actually putting out the project, then what's the problem? If she's taking more time to finish and work on these projects, then what's your problem? Why would you care if she's taking more time to complete the project in order to make sure that all the information in it was correct? What's your problem? Because it wasn't done in a month, it was done, or in a year. Instead, it was done in, what, 2 or 3 years? And none of her donators were complaining? What matters? What's the matter? Why do you keep using the 150,000 number instead of the 6,000 that she asked for? No? Nothing? You've got nothing. Okay.
Going to complete the agreement which you said with this video series on tropes versus video games, which is still, as of right now, nearly almost 2 years in the making, still has not been finished.
My life is not a game. I've been harassed and threatened every day for going on 3 years with no end in sight. And all because I dared to question the self-evident, obvious sexism running rampant in the games industry. Nothing about my experience is a game. What I couldn't say is I'm angry. When people who know what I go through on a daily basis meet me in person, they often react with some surprise, saying things like, I don't understand how you aren't more angry. Because I'm just being me. I'm usually kind of charming and nice to people. But I respond saying that I am angry. In fact, I'm furious. I'm angry that we live in a society where online harassment is tolerated, accepted, and excused. Where web services and law enforcement are not taking responsibility for the abuse that women suffer every day online.
Now, this is my #1 problem with Anita Sarkeesian's version.
How do you have a problem with that? How could you have a problem with that? That's not even fucking focused on one gender. That's a general problem for everyone. It's a known problem. You know it to be a problem. How do you have a fucking problem? God damn it, let's hear it.
Of her feminism here. If feminism is...
That's not even a feminist thing. That's a general equality thing. That's being mindful of the laws and the death threats that go on and doing something about death threats and harassment. You idiot.
Truly about the equality between men and women and both genders, then why does she focus on harassment that only deals with women? Only deals with women exclusively on the issue of online video games. Just yesterday, my girlfriend told me that she was dealing with someone who really just did not like her playing Dota. Instantly, he was extremely toxic to her. He called her a bitch, called her a slut and a whore, which of course I immediately condemn that type of behavior. But equally so, the moment I speak on microphone, because I have a more higher pitched voice, I get told that I'm a little kid whose balls haven't dropped, that I'm a little stupid faggot, that I need to grow up and get rid of my childish voice. Both of these types of harassment...
She's been over this before, you idiot. She said that's part of patriarchy, you idiot. You're making her point for her again.
Harassment and name-calling and belittling of me and my girlfriend. This is wrong, period. I condemn the things that were said to my girlfriend and the actions and things that were said to me. The harassment that women faced in video games should not be treated with a special treatment that women endure all the harassment, therefore their issues should be prioritized over the harassment that men face. This is not saying, oh, men have it worse, women have it worse. I'm simply saying that why can't we condemn harassment online?
She is, and she just did, you moron. You are so fucking stupid. You still have not grasped the concept of hearing the fucking part of the video that you edited into to respond to in your commentary. You are still fucking that stupid. How do you get that dumb? How? How are you that stupid? How are you this We've done this over countless videos. This must be, what, the 5th time that you've done this with Anita Sarkeesian? We've been over it 5 times, it seems like, already. And every single time, you're a fucking idiot. Every time. How do you do that? How do you just wake up and you're like, man, I'm going to excel at being fucking stupid today. I just feel it today. Ah, God. All right, first off, let's go over the fact that women get harassed online in a very big way just due to the fact that they are a woman. Men are not harassed just because they're men. Second of all, your example displays toxic masculinity, which she has been against multiple times. Thirdly, the clip you included was not talking specifically about women. It was talking about harassment online and people's response to it. You're an idiot.
In video games as a whole. Why does this have to exclusively be a woman's issue of harassment in online video games against women. Because the moment that you start focusing specifically on exclusively women within harassment in video games, it is no longer equality. It is choosing one side over the other, one gender over the other, and this is just simply damaging to both men and women. These types of comments that are said to my girlfriend and types of me are deplorable and wrong. And until we can start focusing on the whole matter instead of just one side, that this is what women have to deal with, how about we deal with on a equal basis and equality of why harassment online needs to be condemned for both men and women.
The thing that she's done this whole time, right? You did this before where you said something like, why does she go for this? When she did advocate for it and you were agreeing with everything she was saying, yet you were too stupid to realize it. You did this before, you're doing it now. I don't know how old are you? 21, 22? You're still this stupid? When are you going to grow up? Have you graduated college yet? How hard is this to grasp? Is this a concept that you're so dumb that you can't grasp it? It's that hard to deal with? You have the exact quote in front of you, yet you can't understand it?
Expected to accept online harassment as the price of being a woman with an opinion. What I couldn't say is anything funny. Most of my friends would describe me as a little bit snarky and pretty sarcastic, and you can occasionally glimpse this part of my personality in earlier criticism videos, but I almost never make jokes anymore on YouTube. Even though humor can be humanizing, and I like using it, I don't do it because viewers often interpret humor and sarcasm as ignorance, especially if those viewers are male and the ones making the jokes happen to be female. You would not believe how often jokes are taken as proof that I don't know what I'm talking about or that I'm not a real gamer, even when those jokes rely on a deep knowledge of the source material. So as a result, I intentionally leave that more humorous side of my personality out of my current video presentations. I rarely feel comfortable speaking spontaneously in public spaces. I'm intentional and careful about the media interviews I do. I decline most invitations to be on podcasts or web shows. I carefully consider the wording of every tweet to make sure it is clear and can't be misconstrued.
Of course you do, Anita. Do you want to know why you don't participate in podcasts online?
She just explained it. She just explained it. She just explained it. Please do not try and make up some conspiracy bullshit here. Please. Tell me you're not about to do that.
On radio shows or the television shows or, media interviews that you do are parties that already agree and believe with your perspective and your opinion. One of the reasons why you don't do a podcast or debate anyone, you have never done a single debate or discussion between another opponent who's challenging your viewpoints. And the reason that you don't do this is because you know for a fact that you would be destroyed in an
Daniel, why do you think that? Why do you think you've made videos, you've seen other people's videos? Why would you think that? What makes you think that? There's nothing in your video or anybody else's video that has even gotten close to debating her topics and has been anywhere close to being logical, making sense, or having a good argument in it. You've never done that. In fact, most of the times you misconstrue her arguments and what she says. You've said it on many occasions where you claim that she says something along the lines of, all men are sexist pigs, all men deserve to die, all these kind of extreme things that she's never said, and you attributed those as quotes of hers. Why would she even consider being on a podcast with you or any other dumbwit out there that can't even fucking quote her correctly? You're that dumb, you can't quote her correctly, even if you've fucking put the clip in your video. Why would anyone have to do a debate anyway? She's on the public forum. She's released a video. What would she gain from doing a public discourse against people that have routinely harassed her, called her a cunt, a fucking bitch, for no reason besides the fact that she disagrees with them? They've misconstrued her in many ways. They've put out quotes that are not quotes of hers. How about that one quote about how she said the controls for a game were sexist? That's still being put out there today as a quote that she said, but she never said it ever. But people are saying that it's a quote that she said. You probably said it one time too yourself, huh? I bet I could look at one of your videos and find it in there somewhere. Why would she do that? You people have proven time and time again that you are mature enough to have a discussion. Nobody's going to have a discussion with some YouTube twerp who's 21 years old, has no concept of gender equality or what women have to go through, doesn't understand how to quote people, and yet you're going to sit on there and have a discussion or a debate with her? You're a fucking idiot.
Discussion-based debate, whether it be by a woman or a man. And you're not going to put yourself in spotlight where you can be publicly humiliated, much like...
Publicly humiliated? Why would she be publicly humiliated? What would you think? What? So you think a debate is something where you just publicly humiliate someone? You're retarded.
Less have your arguments and things destroyed in the public spotlight.
So in order to destroy her argument, you have to be in a debate with her, as opposed to the various videos you made where you fucked up routinely. You know, I think what would happen is that you would look like a fucking idiot if you got in a debate with her. And the thing you would rely on is to call her a cunt. That's what you would fall back on. I guarantee it. I guarantee if she was in a debate with any of y'all, she would mop the floor with you.
So you can stand here on camera and try to tell...
Oh, how about the time that you said she's the leader of the feminist movement and she speaks for all women? She claims that she speaks for all women when she's never done that. There's another quote that you just pulled straight out of your ass and you're saying, hey, I'm a respectable person. Why don't you debate me? Probably because you make up quotes and attribute them to her, you idiot.
Plus, that the reason you don't do media interviews and podcasts is because of your fear of harassment. But your true motivation is that you don't want to be scrutinized for your opinions, for your
You had to jump cut that. You're so fucking retarded.
arguments. But I sure thank Mother of Moses for YouTube, because YouTube allows me to voice my response to you and many other people here on YouTube on why they disagree with you.
Okay.
Says you will never actually give someone the time of day who disagrees with you a chance to debate you.
Over the last several years, I've become hyper-vigilant. My life, my words, and my actions are placed under a magnifying glass. Every day I see my words scrutinized, twisted, and distorted by thousands of men hell-bent on destroying and silencing me.
Yes, Anita, all gamers who are male are hell-bent on destroying.
She didn't say all gamers. Once again, you've misconstrued her quote and what she said. She said thousands of gamers. Why are you so dumb to think only 1,000 guys play video games? Hello, are you that dumb? Only 1,000 guys play video games. She's talking about the people who harass her. Are you the people who harass her? Is that the only people that you know of that play video games? No? What do you know? Hey, I don't harass her. Hey, I don't include myself in that little fucking thousands of men that harass her. She's not talking about everyone, you idiot. She's talking about the people who harass her, okay? Can we understand a simple concept like numbers, okay? How numbers work. Thousands of men does not equal all of the gaming population that are men. You idiot. You are the dumbest fucking idiot alive. Why would she have a debate with you when you don't even know the difference between 1,000 and 1,000,000? I'm fucking serious here. How are you this dumb?
You on silencing every word that you say. That's simply not true. Let's go to YouTube, shall we? And let's do a simple YouTube search of video responses to Anita Sarkeesian. Look at this massive list. These are women who have made videos to you, Anita Sarkeesian, on why...
Those aren't women. There's 1, 2, 3... 4 guys. This also is about the tweet that she said, where she said each time an angry YouTuber with 250,000 fans decides to slander and strawman me, the harassment increases exponentially. That's the tweet in its entirety. Now, the people that she has displayed in this picture are MrRepzion, Thunderfoot, Alpha Omega Sin, and DJ Drama Alert. Now, this picture then has a problem, right? Because it says she wants you to believe all her critics are white men when she didn't say that in her fucking tweet whatsoever. And then the thing says she conveniently ignores all her critics who don't fit the narrative, which why would she talk about any of these people like Queenie Martha, who has 3,000 subs? Yeah, we're just going to listen to her. The Boxy ripoff, who's a complete idiot, and I don't think she has 250,000 subscribers. A bunch of nobodies who don't have 250,000 subscribers, so whatever. The factual feminist who is a fucking figurehead for conservatives to try and dismantle feminists by claiming she is one. Girl Writes What? Who sits there and goes on for 40 minutes and makes the only argument of her relationships, of her experiences, and how they relate to the argument that she's going against. So if she says something about feminists, she says, oh, women complain about not having living wages. Let me talk to you about my friend one time from 20 years ago when I worked at CBS who got paid more than a male because she worked there 2 years more than him, and how that just disproves everything you say. That's what she does. You're going to tell me that, okay, yeah, we'll definitely listen to these scrubs on here, these nobodies. I don't even, what, and what does this have to do with anything? I have no idea what this is.
They disagree with you. But no, it's only the men who are hell-bent on destroying and silencing you. Because anyone...
Oh, okay, so there's women too who do that, okay.
Anyone who responds to you, by your definition, is attempting to silence...
But there's a majority of males that do this, but there are some females who do this as well.
You. Anyone who doesn't agree with you is hell-bent on destroying you. These...
She never said that.
Victim power words of, oh, poor me. All men...
She never said that either.
Hate me. All men want to kill me. All men want to harass me. All men...
Never said that. You know, the thing she did say was people have sent her death threats. Thousands of men have sent her death threats.
And want to silence me because I'm a woman. Let me tell you something. This
not just simply because she's a woman, but because she speaks out against a male-dominated culture.
It has nothing to do with you being a woman. If this was your BFF, John McIntosh, whatever his name be, making these types of videos, I would give the exact same responses that I am giving to you to him. If you want to believe that my videos are focused around responding to you because you're a woman, you are absolutely delusional.
What I couldn't say is...
She never said that, but okay.
I'm a human being. I don't get to publicly express sadness or rage or exhaustion or anxiety or depression. I can't say that sometimes the harassment really gets to me, or conversely, that the harassment has become so normal that sometimes I don't feel anything at all. The death threats come through on my social media and it's just become a routine. Screen cap, forward to the FBI, block, and move on. I don't get to express feelings of fear or how tiring it is to be constantly vigilant of my physical and digital surroundings. How I don't go to certain events because I don't feel safe. Or how I sit in the more secluded areas of coffee shops and restaurants so the least amount of people can recognize me or to see me. I don't show how embarrassed I am when I have to ask the person who recognized me in my local grocery store to please not mention the location where they met me. Somehow we fooled ourselves into thinking that by expressing human emotions, it somehow means that the harassers have won. This false belief is largely because in our society, women are not allowed to express feelings without being characterized as hysterical, erratic, bitchy, highly emotional, or overly sensitive. Our expressions of insecurity, doubt, anger, or sadness are all policed and often used against us. But by denying ourselves the space to feel and to share those feelings, we're just perpetuating this notion that we should all suffer alone, that we should all just toughen up and grow thicker skin, which we shouldn't have to do.
You know, I can't believe that I'm actually saying this, but this is the one statement that she has said here that I agree 100% with what she has said, especially for women and for men, because men are told to grow up. you know, buck up. Don't show any sort of emotion, because to do so means that you are weak. Men crying, men being sensitive, you weakling. Come on, show your muscles, be tough, be a man. The same type of thing is put on women, that women are always bitchy, that if they show any, you know, emotion towards anything, they're just being overly sensitive, that they're PMSing. And while it is scientifically
What the fuck is this? Are you acting rationally now?
true that women are more sensitive and they're more able to deal with and help people to cope and being a lot more emotional than men, these two types of gender stereotypes are in fact damaging to both men and women. And as someone who has went through therapy and help on dealing with abuse and trauma myself, I can tell you that what Anita Sarkeesian is saying here is 100% right. That we should never sit around and withhold all of our emotion and let it build up and never be able to express it, because doing that causes a lot more damage to both men and women. Human beings are naturally emotional creatures, and when we hold it in and make it suffer and let it build up, it can literally destroy us through time.
What I couldn't say is, I don't even want to be saying any of this. Largely because I still feel fear that
Are they here? Uh-oh.
that expressing human emotions publicly will make me seem insecure. The truth is that women who persevere and retain some measure of their humanity are not expressing weakness, they're demonstrating courage. In all the different, messy, honest ways that we respond to harassment, we actually demonstrate how much humanity we all still have in the face of such cruelty and injustice. Thank you.
Surprisingly enough, this was the best thing Anita Sarkeesian has ever said in any of her videos. Yes, I realize that I spent the previous remaining of videos disagreeing and kind of responding to her, but overall, the last final message, I have nothing to respond to other than she is
Only because you personally have been through it and you agree in order to validate yourself. That is the only reason you agree with it.
She is right about emotion. And this applies to men too, that when men show emotion, that it shows some sort of insecurity that we have. And I'm not sure how that we can start doing this, but we really need to start addressing these damaging gender stereotypes, these stigmatizations that are on women and men on how we should act and behave. Because if we don't, it's gonna pull both of us down at the same time. And when that happens, neither women nor men will ever achieve equality.
What?
My name is Daniel Solzbach, also known as MrRepzion. Thank you for watching this video.
What? How did you just go through the first part of that video and then just do a 180 after you just did the stupidest insults to her whatsoever? Oh my God, I can't even believe this. I can't even believe how stupid you are. Oh my God. I never had to do this before, but I'm gonna have to now. How do I do this? Community? Subscribers? All right. This is let's get this on camera here. How do I do this? Nice ceiling, I know. Okay. Subscribers, MrRepzion. Gonna have to unsubscribe you. You're unsubscribed from my channel. Wait. How do I unsubscribe him? I can't unsubscribe him from my channel? I'll just have to block him.
Welcome.
You don't. Shut up. You don't deserve to even watch my live shows. Yeah, I'm looking good today. I'm looking good. I'm looking real good. How do I block people? Block. You're blocked. You don't deserve the privilege of watching my videos. Fuck you.
Does he eat trees?
Can't believe this jackass subscribes to my channel. How dare you? How dare you? Well, that was something.